And today we're going to be talking about a question that came in on Facebook recently through DM. Someone asked me, "Hi, Gary, I'm looking into a new marketing company to help us attract patients without insurance. Can you help with certain demographics and go after those without insurance?" This is such a good question, right? And we're going to jump into what exactly that means with patients without insurance, what doctors mean when they're saying that, and then also how to attract and make sure that we're doing everything else to get those kinds of patients. So if you are interested in that, this is going to be the episode for you. I'm going to give you 3 points. The last one is the crucial one, and we'll dive deep into this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode of Dental Marketing Go. I'm your host, Gary Bird. I'm the owner of SMC National, where we help offices just like yours level the playing field against the big guys out there so you can grow the way that you want. But you can't grow if you're getting a bunch of patients that are highly focused on insurance and you're getting reimbursed pennies on the dollar for your work. And I know that it's tough, and it almost seems like an impossible situation for a lot of people out there. And what it makes it even more confusing is you got a lot of doctors that started many, many years ago, and they're just like, yeah, I'm fee for service and it was easy. Well, things have changed. It's not easy anymore, and it's actually very, very complicated. There was recently a post on Facebook in a couple different groups by David Yang, I believe it is. Pretty popular dentist online. He has a Facebook group, The Real World of Dentistry. You should go check it out. And he just posted all the things you need to be aware of. I think it was like 9 points that you need to think through before you go out a network or before you try to attract patients without insurance that aren't as focused on that. And this particular episode, I'm not going to jump into this, but if you want it, I can give it to you. We have a course that we just finished where it gives you the whole roadmap and helps you figure out how to go out a network and if you should go out a network. And so this is a complete training course. So if you want that, just comment below. I'll get that to you, and we will help you with that. So let's jump into this. So how do you attract patients that don't have insurance? First, let's talk about the psychology behind insurance for patients. So patients don't understand that they don't really have, like, you know how health insurance is and car insurance and house insurance, home insurance, and all those kind of things. That's actually real insurance. So if your house burns down, God forbid, you end up getting your house replaced, right? And if you get total your car, you get your car replaced, et cetera, et cetera. Dental insurance isn't that way. If you lose all your teeth, you're not getting all new teeth, right? So patients don't really understand that. They don't realize they just have like a coupon book kind of thing. And they also don't realize the hardship that the insurance puts on the dental offices. So that's really important to understand. Now, why do patients feel like insurance is a big deal? There's 2 reasons. One, just because insurance is a big deal in the United States, right? Everywhere else, so it must be a big deal here. But then number 2, the dental offices make it a big deal. And so we're going to talk a little bit through that. So I just want you to kind of understand the mindset that we're working with here with the patients, and then we're going to work through the 3 points. So the first thing that you're going to want to do if you want to attract patients without insurance or patients that aren't insurance focused, first thing you're going to want to do is your marketing and your targeting. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Well, your marketing needs to attract patients that aren't insurance driven. So how do you do that? Well, if they're not insurance driven or they don't have insurance, the cost of their hygiene appointment is going to be really, really important. Here's the mistake that I see dentists make all the time. So I want to be a fee-for-service office, but I want to charge $400 for a cleaning. Well, why would a patient without insurance want to pay $400 for a cleaning? Well, that's what I got with my insurance before. See, there's a trade-off, right? So insurance reimburses you really well for your cleanings, but people don't want to pay out of pocket for a cleaning like that. And you go, well, I want people who are willing to pay that. Why would they pay that when there's another office right down the road that's telling them it's $99? They just wouldn't, right? So you're not going to attract these people. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, these are just cheap people. No. People with good money people that make a lot of money aren't going to overpay for things, right? I make decent money. I'm not going to pay $400 for a cleaning. There's no way. When I have 100 dentists right around me, that a cleaning's $59 to $99. It's kind of like if I charged you $400 for a marketing consultation. You're not going to pay me that. Why? Because there's 100 other marketing companies that will do a marketing consultation for free, and you know that, right? So it doesn't make you cheap. It doesn't make you the wrong kind of customer. It means that I haven't adjusted to the market yet, and this is really important. Now, don't tune out on me, because this is going to all make sense in a minute, because you're like, well, how am I going to make money then, right? So it's like, okay, so your marketing has to be lined up with that, and then your targeting has to be lined up. So you have to figure out where these people with money who aren't as insurance driven live and where they're at. Okay. And this is really, really important, because if you go and target low income areas, they're going to be extremely insurance driven and price conscious before you even get to them. So you have to find people who don't feel that way. So this is why it doesn't work in every single market. The other little nuance here with this targeting is that typically people who make more money have healthier, they're more healthy, right? So they're going to have, their oral health is going to be better typically. And so that means you're not going to have as much bread and butter and patients as normal. This is one of the nuances that really mess people up. You're going to have less bread and butter opportunity, but you're going to have more cosmetic opportunities. So then what you do is you reverse engineer your patient list. So you go into your patient list that you've had over the years, and you pull the treatments that you know that these cosmetic treatments, aligners, veneers, stuff like that, and then you go and drop them on a map, and you start going out and looking around for these types of patients, if the areas where they live, and then you start to go and you market to those areas, and it works really, really well. And so if you want those maps, comment down below, just put maps, and we can actually build those for you and figure out where the pockets of those opportunities are. Most markets have them. I'll say that. Not every market has them, but most markets have them. And so that's the first part, marketing and targeting. Okay. So now number 2, motives and training. Okay. So, and I kind of touched on this already, but you have to be aligned with the patient's motives. So like I told you before, you can't charge $400 for a cleaning, because then nobody's going to come in and none of your marketing will work. And so you have to be within line with your competition. So people are like, oh, that makes sense, I'm going to go here. So when they call you first, you actually get these people first. Now, the other thing that you have to align is training on the phone. So the training on the phone is really, really important, because if your office just says, oh, we don't take any insurances, or, oh, we're fee for service. I've heard offices do this. We're a fee for service office. Patients don't understand what that means, right? So you have to learn how to speak to them. And we have a whole course on this. If you want that course, comment below phones and we can get that to you. But this is crucial, that you're aligned with the patient's motives and what they want to do and the time they want to do it, right? These are busy people with money, so that means they work a lot. And that means they're not going to have a bunch of free time. So you have to get them in quickly when they want it. And then you have to have your team aligned with training to be able to have those conversations and get them in quickly. Okay? Does it make sense so far? If you don't have this, everything falls apart. It literally won't work. And then you're like, oh, marketing doesn't work for these types of patients. Well, if we go in and listen to the phone calls, we can tell very clearly when the office isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And most offices aren't. Okay? So the first thing is marketing and targeting. Second is motives and training. And then number 3 is money and timing. So what do I mean by that? Well, these people who are coming in that are going to need this cosmetic work, you now have to give them options for payment. And I know nobody likes this, but if you're not selling insurances, if you're not treating the insurance, now you're treating the patient. So if you're treating the patient, the treatment plans are going to be a lot bigger based on what they want. And then you have to give options. So you can pay cash. We give a 10% discount for cash, but we also have membership plans, and we also have patient financing. And you have to use this up front. You have to set with it, not save with it. And this is crucial. Otherwise, it won't work. Here's what most offices do. Here's your $10,000 treatment plan, Mr. Patient. Would you like to do that? Patient says, let me think about it. Oh, well, we got these other options back here behind the door, right? And then you come out and you usher out the other options. The problem with that is that you now just look like a used car salesman. So how do we fix that? Well, then you lead with it. So you don't look like you're trying to hide something or there's something shady going on. You lead with cash or payment option. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I don't want to have to pay, on that big treatment plan. I don't want to pay the finance company fee. I get it, but how much treatment are you actually losing because of this? And you can't have it both ways, right? You can't say, well, I want to drop insurance and I don't want to give payment options. Like, you have to do this. You have to have this. This is crucial for your success. And so those are the main things that you want to focus on: marketing and training up front, or I'm sorry, marketing and targeting up front. Again, if you want those maps, let me know. Motives and training. What's the patient motives? Do you align with that? And is your team trained on the phones? And then money and timing. So you have to align with their money situation, have options for them, membership plans, as well as patient financing. And then you have to be aligned with their timing. These are successful people. You have to be prepared to do the treatment when they're available to do it. And if not, they have a lot of options. There's a lot of options out there. So anyways, if this was helpful to you, we don't have any sponsors or anything like that. So how we make money is we do marketing for offices. We do all this training, all these things that I just talked about. We do that for our clients. So if you want help with that, reach out to us. That helps us. Or just subscribe, and we're going to continue to give away all the information that we have for free. So we have all these trainings. Everything I talked about today is documented, created to train our clients, but we give it away to our non-clients as well. So if those things help you, let us know. We're happy to give them to you, and you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday and a great Friday. I'll see you soon.